Just allowing people to kind of join in. If you want to share video, you can, so we can see you and we can all kind of collectively come together in this activation portal today. So for those of you who are new or who don't know me, thank you for finding me however you found me. My name is Luna Rostarshein, and I have been doing this work. Hey, Janine. Hey, everyone. Of working with my voice as a channel. Some you might know it as mediumship, working with light language or soul language. And this is something that I discovered on my own about 10 years ago because of working with plants and gardening. Specifically, I was growing marijuana at the time and working with those plants, and the plants started to teach me about mantra. And I worked with mantra a lot, which then allowed me to open my channel to really start allowing my soul language to come through. And the reason this is so powerful, and I find it so powerful and really just feel inspired to share it with more people, is just because of the shifts in my own life that I was able to create. So, and that basically during that time, I was in a very toxic type of relationship. I was in an abusive relationship where I was having this awakening experience, and my partner was really not able to meet me and not accepting. Yet now looking back at it, what I was taught was that was a karmic relationship and transformative relationship time for me to have this growth. And it was necessary to be in those conditions because I wouldn't have been able to learn about the immense contrast and the power of forgiveness and healing through this mantra, through prayer, through working with my voice. So that was a big part of that journey and that lesson. And it was able to be completed when I was able to find full forgiveness for the other person. And I was able to develop that by really working with my voice and simply communicating to the divine that I want to be an instrument for others healing, for activation, for planetary healing. I also have this connection with galactic intelligence, with extraterrestrials. And that's something that has been happening to me since a child, where I've really felt this connection to these otherworldly type of beings and even had visions or types of visitations and confirmations even when I thought I was crazy, and I would have these type of communications. So as we work on clearing our channel, we're able to connect with these divine type beings or otherworldly beings, or really just source, just creator. It really doesn't matter what your beliefs are. This is unique to you. This is about your finding your authentic soul expression. So your life story doesn't need to look like mine. I'm just sharing some pieces of my story. So maybe things click, maybe things resonate. But really, this is your personal journey. So, however you communicate with the divine, that is unique to you. And that is, it's important for you to really be authentic with yourself and really listen. What do I really feel is true for me? When we turn everybody off, when we turn all our screens off, all our social media off, and we really tune into our heart and the consciousness that is flowing through us, what do we find resonance with? Is there a divine spark within you that you can tap into and you can feel? And however you label that, however you define that, or however you connect with in a visual way, that's beautiful. And there's no right or wrong to this. So just sharing that because I know we all have different pieces to the puzzle and what we connect with. So another type of being or energy that I really connected with over the last couple of years, as many of you know and probably found me, is through the dragons. and they came to me as the divine dragons. And it's interesting how I had no idea that so many other people would resonate with this. But I believe that dragons have been identified through many cultures, um, throughout our history, through uh, since Sumerian times, and we have ancient beings written about that are described as monsters often. But then in other cultures, like the Asian and Chinese cultures, they really look at these beings as royal beings, as representatives of the elements, and that are guardians and protectors. And that's the way I really resonate with them as well. Not to say that there's duality in everything. And so there's contrast in everything. And I really feel like that's also something that the dragons come to teach us, is how to master duality and how to really not be in the push or pull of things, but then more coming back to the center, back to that middle view, where recognizing that we all have light things within us and we all have dark things within us. And this is simply the balance of nature. If we look at nature, some animals are violent because, not necessarily violent, but they have to kill in order to survive, in order to eat. So, but as humanity, as humans, we are also have to accept that primal aspect of ourself, that we are also mammal. And when we look at that part of us, it helps me to have a little bit more compassion and understanding and forgiveness for the rest of humanity, that we are also part of this animalistic world. And so it's important to be soft and gentle with ourselves and our growth and our evolution, and have compassion for those that are not meeting that level of consciousness yet. Okay, so just to share a little bit of that, because again, we're in this eclipse time, in this full moon in Scorpio. And so this can be an emotional time, a time of releasing, a time of shedding what is no longer served, and also illuminating the darkness. And to illuminate the darkness isn't to shame it or blame it or resent it. To illuminate it is to simply bring it to the surface, to embrace it, to love it, to nurture it, to see it for what it is, so it can be released. So we're no longer holding it in the body, we're no longer holding it in our own nervous system or the earth's nervous system. And so we're here to really help free this energy that might be stuck. And sometimes we don't even have awareness of this energy. We've been living our lives on autopilot, day to day activities. We have certain mindsets, we have certain fixations, and we don't realize that there's some type of energy that is creating certain thought patterns and so forth in our nervous system. And a lot of these things are rooted from childhood, but can also root from our ancestors or past lives. And these energies get transferred or passed on to us, and energetic debris ends up clogging the nervous system. So, sound, working with vibration helps to release and allow those denser energies within the body to start to break up. And we do this through focusing, specifically focusing our awareness to where maybe we feel something could be there, to help release it and break it up. And now, you don't have to know. And when you're beginning this process, when you're beginning working to work with sound or mantra, toning, when you start to begin to work with these practices, you might not feel like anything is stuck. You might, be like, well, I have some back pain, or I need a massage, or something of that sort. Or maybe you are starting to notice some type of pattern in your life that you need help with. Maybe it's financial help. Maybe it's some type of illness in the body. Maybe you're just stuck on a person that you want to come back into your life, or whatever pattern it is. When we focus our energy, our intention to mantra, to sound, to vibration, and we dedicate that time to really drop into the frequency, the resonance of the body, we start to tune our body. You can view yourself as an instrument. Something that I always like to say to Creator, to the divine, is please make me an instrument of your peace, make me an instrument of your love, make me an instrument for universal healing, for universal health, universal consciousness, and so forth. So, the goal with working with sound in this way is to get yourself into that flow state to where you can really communicate from a place of source consciousness. And you can really communicate in a way that is effective to your own personal reality and to your relationships. Because someone doesn't have to understand the words that you're saying, but if they feel the frequency that you're emitting, that you're transferring, you can transfer a higher consciousness to the conversation. You can transfer love to the conversation. And they don't have to really understand your words, but there has to be a resonance. And some people, I'm sure you've experienced in life where you're just not resonating with a person. They are just talking too much, or they're just not reading you at all. You're not interested in the conversation. It's not going anywhere, but they're still trying. And that's just, it's okay. It's a lack of self awareness. And when we find ourselves in these types of connections, we have an opportunity to tune into our resonance, to tune into our channel, tune into source, and simply find that stillness there and then respond to people from that place versus how we see most people living on autopilot and reacting to situations. Driving in the car, someone does something unconsciously, and then you're flipping them off and screaming at them. That's a reaction. Or just noticing where you react to certain people in your life, that you are maybe family, certain people trigger you a certain way and you just react, respond. So we're doing this work to also help us in those dynamics to where we can really stop, center, come from that place of I am a clear channel for source. I am a clear channel for creator. And I'm sending out that resonance through my auric field. That doesn't mean the other person's going to be able to receive it or understand it, but this is more about you coming into that place of being that pure resonant channel everywhere you go, every situation that you're in, because that is helping raise the vibration of consciousness for that area that you're in, knowing that you have that power to be that conduit. And the more we transfer that energy to others and we make ourselves all aware that we have this power, this connection to a creator, then this is how we elevate consciousness, and we elevate the thought patterns that are being transmitted through our through the matrix, through the environment, through our relationship with everything and everyone. And some of our greatest teachers, the greatest teachers we have when it comes to this, are the plants and the animals, right? And the elements. So spending time out in nature and listening, because that's how we can really learn to communicate in the best way and allow that authentic resonance, the authentic vibration to really flow through us, is really simply stopping and tuning into nature and really listening to how the birds talk to each other, to how the wind moves through the trees, to how the water flows, and really feeling and sensing how you are a part of all those sounds, and understanding how nature is always communicating to itself. And how can we add to that? How can we even elevate that more versus what we see a lot in our society right now is a lot of the opposite of what we want to see, right? Or just words being used that aren't helpful, or violent words, because words can have power when they're coming from that place of even anger or fear. And we can see the opposite of that too in our reality, where things are hurt, or maybe you've been hurt by someone's words or someone's actions. And it's not necessarily the words, but it's the energy that's being thrown at you. So also knowing how to use your words, your vibration to protect your energy, to strengthen your aura. And the trees are great master teachers of this and communicating this. So another thing the plants wanted me to share, 'cause something I've been doing, is going out and really, it's here in Arizona, there was so much rain over the spring and the winter. So now there's just flowers everywhere, and there's beautiful trees, and there's so much life. And so I've been going and connecting and collecting different herbs and different specimens that I feel called to, and learning about them. And so I started working with juniper trees. And I junipers are very beautiful and ancient to this territory with the indigenous peoples, with the Navajo tribe specifically, or Dene tribe, Hopi. They all work with the juniper to help clear. It's antiviral, and it helps clear the senses. They also work with the beads as a sense of protection. The what am I trying to say? The berries on that are on the trees. They work with these as a form of protection from negative spirits. So it's interesting because we can learn a lot from indigenous cultures and their connection to plants and earth, because they're maintaining these practices. And we can also find our own practices by just going into nature and really listening. So something you can do is find something like juniper or cedar or eucalyptus or rosemary, and you can boil a pot of hot water and boil some of these plant particles into the water, and then you can breathe in the steam from the plant. And this will also start to help you to open and clear your channel. If you incorporate this in a morning practice, if you want to start doing adding this vocal activation type of journey within your meditation practice in the mornings, this can help clear your sinuses and also help to really open your channel. So you can start to communicate, and just having that intention to be a clear channel every day in every possible way. And as you work towards this, then you'll get to that place of, again, finding the soul language and finding the soul song. And then you can make different types of songs for yourself or for others for healing. Um, there's many different cultures that do this. Again, indigenous cultures that do this all around the world. They have songs for healing. They have songs to call in the rain. They have songs to connect with the earth. They work with the drum. The Shipibo tribes in Peru, they have these songs. They call them Icaros. They sing before they give someone a plant medicine. They sing into it in order to activate and call in the spirits of it. So this is something we all have access to, the voice. And we can find our own unique soul voice, our own unique language, and communicate with anything we're offering. If we're some type of healer going into a healing space, before we bring in our client, we can cleanse the room. Maybe you want to sage or do that. But while you do that, you can use your voice to clear, to cleanse. You can be a crystal bowl. You can be a chime. And you can add a frequency that creates a protective space, that creates a healing container. And we do this, again, through clearing and exercising the voice. And it's a practice that should be committed to, at least starting at least 5 minutes a day. But most of the teachers that I've worked with recommend to going up to 2 hours a day and chanting. And that's maybe a long stretch for you, but one thing you can do is start to learn a mantra or even create your own mantra that you can say internally throughout your day. You notice yourself spiraling in a thought process that isn't helpful. Well, you can come back to a mantra. So I'll teach you a mantra today that I've been working with um, in a little bit. But a mantra could be, Hindu language or Chinese language or some kind of ancient language. Even Atlantean, I work with Matthias Stefano, and he works with, he's channeled Atlantean sounds and frequencies and works with those. Um, Gaelic language, Celtic language, really, it doesn't matter. Any language. It can be English language or it can be your own expression of simply like um, whatever tones really want to come out of you. Okay. But also, it could be something like, I am powerful, and simply stating that over and over. I just shared one on my uh, TikTok and Instagram and everything yesterday, a little mantra that was, I am universal love, I am universal peace, I am universal light, universal energy, I am the universe. And so that's a simple one. I'm going to start sharing more simple ones that you can listen to, and then you can just say those internally in your mind to your body. You can just say them internally throughout your day. You're working, if you're doing a basic task, you're cooking, you're in the kitchen cleaning, you can come back to these mantras. Someone's pissing you off, you've had it, come back to a mantra, because this is a meditative practice, but it's an active meditative practice that really helps to lose the thoughts, clear the thoughts, and come to your power, where you're choosing your thoughts. You are consciously choosing what you're allowing yourself to think about and to come in. And this is also cleaning and clearing the nervous system. And the more we do this, the more we are committing, we're making that conscious commitment to our soul's evolution, to our enlightenment, to our next life. And whether you believe in past life or future life or not, this is beneficial, because really all we have, all we know is right here and now. And how can we elevate the here and now and feel the best right here and now? Taking a deep breath and coming into a vibration of resonance. So, okay, what we're going to do for the activation. So I think we'll start out by, I'm going to share with you the chakra tones that are the Sanskrit or Hindu chakra tones. And so we'll work through chanting those through the body and starting to move that energy through the body to start to clear the channel. And then I will share a little bit of a activation on my end for you. And while I do that activation, you're welcome to continue toning with me or singing with me if you feel called, or you can just also receive. So, does anyone have any questions or any thoughts before we jump into the activation? If you do, you can write in the chat. Okay. All right, so then we'll just go ahead and start to get comfortable in the body. Just allowing the body to know that it is safe to relax and really feel present. And so you can just lightly give your body a massage, reaching down on your legs, knees, feet if you can. Just starting to let the body warm up and know that it is safe, it's sound. We're here to really come into embodiment, not to dissociate and fly into the ether, but to really bring our souls fully into our body to really integrate. So just lightly massaging and starting to come into the breath and being aware of the breath. And just starting to rub the hands together. And we're just building chi, building the energy, sending the energy from the heart into the hands, and starting to breathe and just warming up our energy. Okay, and then on an inhale, deep inhale, we'll bring the hands up and hold, reaching up to the heavens. And on the exhale, we Om and bring the hands down over the body. Good. So coming into that present moment and shutting the eyes. Just coming into peace, silence, bringing awareness to the spine through the channel of light that flows from the top of the skull down the body and into the earth. And anchoring, rooting into the earth. We start with the first vibration to connect us with the first energy center, the root. And for this center, we will work with the vibration of Lam. So while we're chanting Lam, just visualize a golden ball of energy at the base of the spine. So breathing in, and on the exhale, and breathing in, exhaling. And one more, breathing in. And moving into the next energy center, the sacral, and the vibration is Vam. So again, just seeing a golden energy ball of light in this energy center. Breathing in, exhaling Vam. One more. And then we'll move to the solar plexus above the sacral. The vibration is Ram. Again, visualizing the golden ball of light at the center above your navel. Breathing in, exhaling and one more. And coming into the heart center, feeling the intention for clearing the heart. and visualizing the golden ball of light around the heart center. And the vibration is Yam. Yam. So breathing in, exhaling, breathing in, and one more. And moving into the next energy center, the throat center. Just breathing deep, maybe swallowing, clearing, coughing. Breathing in, and the vibration is hum. And again, visualizing the golden ball of light surrounding the throat. Breathing in and exhaling. And moving into the third eye center. Coming back to the vibration of Om. Focusing on this energy center in the center of the mind. And the vibration is Om. Breathing in deep. Exhaling. And going into the crown chakra, just above the head, where we connect with the heavens, with the celestial, cleansing and clearing this opening for only higher divine energy to flow through our being. Opening the center with love, visualizing the golden ball of light. And for this chakra, we will vibrate the sound of E. So breathing in and exhaling. And coming back, bringing the hands back to prayer to again move that chi through the hands, healing energy through the hands. We'll do another energy wash to just ground this energy. So breathing in and raising the hands up to the heavens. And on the exhale, good. And just staying in this nice vibration. We'll begin to come into your intention. Just really listening now to your body and really what you're releasing with this eclipse, with this full moon energy, what you're ready to let go of and transform. And feel free to use your voice to tone with me as I bring forth the frequencies that are intended to help you carry your intention. Coming back into the heart and visualizing the sun and the moon, and the stars, connecting with you and the earth. And now really bringing into your vision, now that you've shed and released, really bringing in your vision what you'd like to now come into in this new phase, what you'd like to invite into your reality, and planting that seed in the earth and allowing the sun and the moon and stars all to shine upon that seed. So you place it in the center of your heart, and you can even bring your hands to your heart. So you just think about that intention or your wish and what you'd like to bring into fruition. And you can continue to tone with me or just receive as you visualize. You can tap your body and just tap this affirmation into your body, this energy of what you're creating, starting to reprogram the body. And sing with me if you feel called. Now we'll come into this mantra of universal love. Can you say with me? I am universal love. I am universal love. I am universal love. I am universal peace. I am universal love. I am universal peace. I am universal love. I am universal peace. I am. We'll add in universal light and universal energy. I am universal love. I am universal peace. I am universal light, universal energy. I am universal love. I am universal peace. I am universal light, universal energy. I am the universe. I am the universe. I am universal love. I am universal peace. I am universal light, universal energy. I am the universe. I am the universe. Good. And just really grounding that into your body, just hugging yourself, giving yourself some love and gratitude for showing up today, and just sending out your prayer to anyone else who needs it today, anyone who could really receive this energy that you feel, just really holding them in your heart. And when we send our prayer, we can blow that energy into the wind to send that prayer through the wind. And anyone who really needs this universal love and energy, may they receive it. May you receive it. And just coming back to the present and feeling renewed, feeling activated, and just noticing maybe how you feel different from when we started. If there were any changes, or if there were anything felt hard, or if you had any intrusive thoughts or lower thoughts come in, that's okay. It's good to acknowledge those thoughts and be aware of them, because sometimes they come up in these spaces, but also noticing how you're able to transform it. And if anything's coming up, and if you want to share anything at this time, yeah, go ahead, Janine.
Hi. Wow, that was amazing. So first off, I want to say thank you. I'm very grateful. I did have some crying that came up. I've been melancholy since I woke up today.
Mm,
I know what some of those triggers are as far as nicotine and caffeine. So I had to be very mindful of the music I was listening to today because I was basically crying for no particular reason. So I read up about the lunar eclipse and the effect it could potentially have on the Sagittarius, and I'm about a year and a half in my awakening, and I've been growing in leaps and bounds in the last 2 months, but especially the last 2 or 3 weeks, to the point where I think I'm running along so fast that my body doesn't have time to catch up with what I'm
mm,
downloading and doing, and I recognize that. So plus I'm in a new job and it's home health, and I'm not getting the patient caseload that I should. Not that any of that matters. The point is this: I've been doing some of these things and progressing quite remarkably, but this really opened me up and helped me to clear out those blocks or those things that needed to go. And I felt the flush.
mm.
So
Beautiful.
thank you so much. I've tried to tune into you more, but I was at a full time job that I just couldn't get to it. So I'm so grateful today that I was
Mm,
able to. So I just want to say thank you. I love the work that you're doing, and I appreciate you sharing it. And I will say this: I have a TikTok as well. It's Blue Eyes, Janine Fillmore. I do a lot of stargazing, sun gazing. So I do photography, and I
okay.
find light code messages within the stars, and I put
Mm,
them in my videos. So I wanted to
beautiful.
share that. That
Thank
is
you.
a gift that I have. If maybe you're not aware of that.
Yeah, thank you. Will you just write your TikTok in the chat so
Okay.
everyone can see it
Okay.
so you
Thank
can follow? Yeah.
you. Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, this a lot of people have a hard time meditating and really coming into stillness and really understanding what's happening. So the sound element of sound can really help to actually bring forth the activation and the healing component that is often missing from just sitting in meditation. And then you become your own healer. You become the active participant, and you're the one conducting and doing the work. And so it can be very empowering as well. Does anyone else have anything they want to share from today? How's everyone feeling?
I just wanted to say thank you, and it was amazing. I had a lot of like yawning come out, so like I guess that's bad energy or like negative entities. I
Mhm.
started my spiritual awakening in August. I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So I've been going through like a dark night of the soul kind of thing, and been
Mm,
in isolation. It's been really challenging, but like it's changed me. Right, I'm like a whole different person. Like it's crazy. I'm a year sober off alcohol and drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. Um, I've been celibate. I used to have a porn addiction and like sex, like meaningless sex and stuff. And it's just kind of, it's totally like the world's a whole different place where I thought it wasn't. And I appreciate everything you're doing. I found you on TikTok through your, I think it was in like November or something where you did the dragon codes. That's where I
mm,
found you. And that I've just been, I guess, I'm coming in touch with like star seeds and the Arcturians. So I feel really drawn to the Arcturians.
beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Keep working with that energy and communicating with the that channel. If there's a specific channel that you want to kind of tune yourself to, or you feel really called to, there's some type of resonance and communication and education that can happen, and especially, Janine mentioned her star codes happening. So really sitting outside and really listening to Arcturus and starting to bring forth chanting, bring forth song, to communicate with the stars. This is something that I feel like has really helped me to actually create contact and create communication, is by actually taking the time to really go be outside with the stars and say, I'm open to receive information.
Yeah, Merkaba for the Arcturians, right? Merkaba
Yeah.
for. Do you have any tips of how to like get in contact with my ancestors?
Well, the first thing that came to my mind when you asked that was creating some type of altar to really kind of create an offering. An altar is really just a space to create a connection with the divine. So whether that's with creator or with a specific type of being or with the ancestors, and tuning into and having maybe like a journal practice and meditation, and just asking for your ancestors to send forth messages, lighting a candle for them to honor them. The more we honor any being that we want to work with, if we create honor and reverence, so with your ancestors, just creating honor and reverence to know them, then that will help to start to really open that connection deeper.
So basically, just the same way that I connect with Jesus and with my with Archangel Michael and stuff. Like,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And they
it's like
can,
God gives me stuff, right? So like I don't know how to contact my. I don't hear from God directly, but like He answers me in the universe, or He'll align my TikTok with what I ask. So that's how God works. And I
yeah.
don't hear I don't. He talks to me.
Well, the voices can, we all have different senses that we're more tuned to, different um,
Yeah.
clair
But like
senses.
sometimes I'll say, I don't know where they came from. That's Jesus, right? Like I just say them, and then it's not thoughts. They just it comes out. It's something that I didn't even know how I knew it.
Yeah, that's good. The more you work with just cleaning your channel, the more you work with clearing things out, the louder the messages, the easier they are to understand, and the easier they come. Thanks, Elijah, for sharing.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, does anyone else want to share any last notes before we close today's session? Um, so I just wanted to let you all know that if you want to work with me one-on-one and doing this type of vocal work on a weekly basis together, and I will really hold space for you to activate your channel further and really come into whatever your intention is with working with your channel, working with your voice, and cleaning that out. I have an offering that I'm just going to put out today to work with me. And I also can accept split payment on that. So if you're interested in joining my Activate Your Voice journey one-on-one to awaken to your truth and awaken your soul song, that is available for you all on a discounted rate today. So if you just go to lunastarshine.com, or if you have any questions about that at all, or anything about today's session, feel free to reach out to me directly and just we can chat. My email is lunarawstarshine@gmail.com, and I will send out more emails to do another activation like this because I love sharing like this. And if there's anything you ever want to know more about, please feel free to just reach out and ask and speak up and use your voice. And let's all keep empowering each other to really be in our power and share our truth, share our messages, so we can help more people find their truth. And yeah, so if you want to share your Instagram or your TikTok or other ways for people to get in contact with you, you can do so in the chat here so we can all stay connected if you want. But if not, we will call that a completion today. So remember just coming back to the heart and maybe just having a little just vibrating a nice little to yourself to really close today's session. Sending you all so much love and gratitude. And I look forward to seeing you again in our next vocal embodiment activation. Have a beautiful day or evening. Bye.